Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching another one of my interviews on my show, William Wallace for America. Right now, I'm with State Representative of Louisiana, Troy Romero. We're at Jacob Landry's fundraiser. This is really a great event, though, wouldn't you say that, Troy?
It's a very good event, yeah, especially for a freshman. To get this many people out is a big deal.
Well, do you think it's a testament to good things that he's doing for Louisiana?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Jacob's one of the good guys. I mean, he's a team player and good conservative, and he does a good job of making sure he understands where the vote needs to go, and he's one of the good ones, and that's what's most important.
I like how you say that, because anybody who I get to meet that knows Jacob has nothing but good things to say about some of the things. And while we can boast on him at his fundraiser all we want, the reality is, when somebody's doing a really good job, it should be commended.
Right. And William, the neat part is that we have a spectacular freshman class on both the left and the right. We really do. Those people, they came in there knowledgeable, they came in there ready to work, and I think that's a good thing. It's going to help us in the long run, because we're going to have some tough legislation over the next couple of years. I think it's obvious it's coming, right?
Well, y'all had and this is your third term, right?
It is second term.
Your second term. So you had a term with a Democrat governor.
I did.
Where everything just kind of got knocked down.
Right.
You had a term. You've already had some time with the Republican governor, where we get kind of what we want. However, the people of Louisiana kind of need more. We know that.
Right.
And it sounds like this freshman class that y'all have right now, and Jacob Landry's class, like y'all are really motivated to do really good things. Like it's a group of young people, not to, call out the people that might be a little bit old.
I understand. It's okay.
In the legislature. But no, we have a group of people that are youth-oriented, not just in age, but youth-oriented for the future of Louisiana, to keep our youth here and bring people back.
Right.
Would you say it that way?
Yeah, I think it's a good. And then you look at the overall body. There's not a lot of third termers, but there's enough knowledge there for us to all be on together.
Right.
But my class, the I guess you call them the sophomores or the middle class, the two termers, there was a bunch of good people in there too, and we've worked really good together. We did have a Democrat governor, and it was very difficult, because most of the bills that we brought forward were either killed in the Senate or were vetoed by the governor. And having Jeff in there has just been incredible. I mean, it's just unbelievable. If you've got something that he feels is important and is a part of his, what he wants to do, then your legislation walks through there pretty easily, and it's been fun. It's been more of a fun adventure than it was such a struggle, and that's a testament to having a Republican government.
It sounds to me like this administration and the people that are in office right now are more about good policy than they are politics. Would you say that would be a true statement?
Yes, absolutely. And think about this, William. This is a challenge, right? Because now you have a supermajority in the House, you have a supermajority in the Senate, and now a governor who will support anything pretty much that the conservatives want to do. We have an obligation to this state. I mean, This state is waiting for us to make major changes on the conservative side to better and bring people back to this state and make people, wealthier and happier and better educated. All of those things are going to happen over the next 3.5 years. There's no doubt in my mind.
I hereby pound the drum for the next special session here. The special session is coming up. What dates?
Well, we know it's going to be sometime in the first week of November. I've heard everything from the 1st to the 7th. I think the most current number is the 4th. We're probably going to be in there for 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. We'll get off before Thanksgiving, thanks goodness. But it's going to be a challenge. It's a huge responsibility to make those kind of fundamental changes to the tax structure, and I'm looking forward to it. But it will not be easy.
What's going to be the primary focus of this special session?
I think the most interesting thing, or the thing that we need to do, is it's a package, right? The governor has a package, and I'm sure there's going to be some other people that are going to bring some bills that are going to maybe be part of that. But what people need to understand is that package, for it to be effective, needs to pass, and it's not going to be easy. There are going to be a lot of pushback from people that have certain bills that change the tax structure for them, but not for the others. And it's going to be a challenge. But look, we're up to the challenge. Everybody is reading the material. They're very large bills, and one kind of goes hand in hand with the other.
So this package, when you made a statement here, this package is really for everybody, but there's some other people that have like stuff that they want just for their team and not the team of Louisiana. Is that what you're?
Well, no, not necessarily. This package is going to affect different parts of the state and different parts of the industry and different parts of the tax structure differently than others. And we got to make sure that we're fair, all across the realm of tax structure, so that in the end, we put more money in people's pockets than the state takes and spends on the other side.
I love this. So there might have to be some cuts or something too.
Well, there will be. That's just it.
And
we're looking at substantial cuts to our the income tax, as well as inventory tax and the franchise tax. Those are big things that we've wanted to do since I got elected.
Right.
Those are things we wanted to do. Yes, there's going to be some trade-offs, and there's going to be some stuff that's going to have to be offset. Sometimes, in the sales tax part of it, those things are, but we're not real sure where that's going until that package is read thoroughly. You're talking about over 400 pages. It's
right.
Not an easy bill, and it's not. It's going to have some language in there that maybe the people of Louisiana are going to have to get behind and support through a constitutional amendment. Those things are very difficult to do, but the state it's what this state needs, in my opinion, to move forward. We cannot continue down the same path and think that things are going to be different.
So while some people might think it's easier to keep doing the same thing, keep going along and getting along, that plan only brings government bigger and bigger and bigger. That will collapse later, down the road. This plan says, look, we're gonna, make some tough decisions, and it might be tough for a short while, but in the end, everybody's gonna prosper even more. At the end of the day.
That is certainly the idea. The idea is to get people of Louisiana to prosper so that we can get industry, and not just the people, but everyone, the businesses and the industry, all those people to come home. We want them to come home. And we're tired of our oil industry being in Texas and Oklahoma. Let's bring them back to Louisiana and get that stuff going. And look, it all depends on the presidency as well. If people don't go and vote, I know where Louisiana's
Absolutely
at,
right, yeah.
but there are a lot of states in this union that are going to be swing states. If you know people in the other states that need help deciding, then you need to call
right.
them. Whether it's family members or friends or whatever, give those people a call. Let's inspire them to get out and vote, because if Donald Trump doesn't win, it is not going to be a good thing.
That's just my opinion. Not good for Louisiana at all whatsoever.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, any other final words? I know insurance is a big issue. Are they going to tackle that anytime soon?
Yeah, I think they're talking about a special session possibly before we go into session, dealing with insurance. And yes, look, that's another one of the problems in the state. People are hurting. Insurance is expensive. We cannot continue to pay those kind of prices. Not just we, everyone. I mean, you think about a widowed woman who's 80 years old with all of the, her car insurance is through the roof, her house insurance is through the roof. All that stuff needs to change. I am not an insurance guy. I don't sit on the insurance committee, but I depend on Tim Temple, and I really trust that Tim has a path and a plan for this state. And that goes with Jeff Landry too. I think Jeff's, he has an idea of what he wants to do to make insurance get back on track, and we're going to work very, very hard to make that happen.
I love not only the passion that I hear in your voice to fix things. I love the fact that you've mentioned a lot of other reps have the same passion, but I love the fact that you sound committed to doing that. I encourage everybody to please check into you.
Good. And there's no doubt. Look, that's what I ran on. It's what all of the conservatives at least ran on.
Right.
We want to make some substantial, monumental changes to the state for the betterment of the people, and I think we're committed to doing that.
Love it. Representative Romero, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Before we head out, I want to tell people, look, there's a great spice down here called Chops. They sponsor the golf tournament. Also, if you're going down to Erath, there is a Skip and Roz daiquiri shop, and then Cliff Bernard singing in the background. There's CJ's Snowballs. They're here. So if you see them out and about when you pass through this area, please give them some business. And thank you for Bond Arms for also sponsoring my show. Thank you all so much and appreciate it. And look into Troy Romero. If you look on his site, you'll be able to follow more things that he's doing for the state of Louisiana. Thank you so much.